Hi, how are you today? I wanted to do a new video today. I hope you're gonna like it. Actually, I might do two different cards, but here's the first one that I'm gonna explain to you a little bit more. Let me show you. Right there. Okay, and there it goes falling off. So, I got a new die by Lawn Fawn, and I really like it. It's right there. It's a background one. It's really, really beautiful, especially if you layer a different color combinations. It looks just absolutely gorgeous. And then for this particular card, I also used this set by Kaiser Craft. Let me show it a little bit closer. There's Kaiser Craft. So it comes with the stamp and a die. And this is where the rose came from. So I stamped it, stamped it a couple of times, and I didn't like it. So make sure you're using Misty or something of that sort where you can stamp over and over and over again, because I had to do it since the rose comes with both the green leaves and the flower. I had to be really careful of how much I'm inking on there, so I had to do it a few times to get enough on there, and I still didn't quite like it all the way, so I went in and used my Copics to color in. You can kind of tell on the leaves a lot, and then some darker spots here. I also used stickles. It's actually just clear stickles. The color is diamond, so it's just regular stickles. I keep them upside down, that's why it's easier to use. I don't have to wait forever because it's like half full only. So I keep them upside down on my holder here. And I put that on, and when as it was drying, it picked up the color from the flower, and so it actually did it red instead of just clear. So that's how it turned out. I might do some on the leaves too. Just simply like this. Let me show you on the leaves. Just go over wherever you want it. Maybe the outside of them a little bit. Just put it right on, and it'll pick up the color. Right now it is clear. Let's see if it'll focus. There you go. See how it is actually clear. There you go. It's clear right now on the leaves. But as it dries, it's going to pick up the green color actually. I'll do the other one so I don't forget to do it. Don't put too much because it'll be just a big blob. And remember, stickles takes a long time to dry. So this has been dry for at least a couple of hours. Now it's fully dry where I can touch it. Before I touched it, and even though the top was dry, underneath it was still not dry, and on my finger it actually ended up being pink, just like that, instead of white. Okay, so that's my little rose there. And then there's a die cut in the set that I used. I trimmed it a little bit because it kind of wasn't exactly perfect on lining it up, so that's something you can do. So the background, like I was showing you, that's just plain white cardstock, die cut with a paper. You can see through it actually. As I move, you can see it. So it's just little holes, and so then I ended up adding the back in black right there, and then just die cut a piece of other cardstock in this color. I don't know what the color exactly is called, but it's kind of pink and purple together is what I would say it is. And let's find my tape, stick this on. I'm going to show you where the flower will go, but I'm not going to put it on since I added the stickles on there. Originally I was thinking probably not going to do it. Just that's why I let it dry earlier, but now that I added it on, I'll have to wait till it completely dries off. And I chose purple color for the rose is because this background was something in that area. It wasn't pink, it wasn't red. I would not like the red with this background, so that's why I decided to make a purple rose. But I like the way purple rose looks, so that's why I'm doing it. You could have used purple backing on here, and it would look gorgeous too. So those are different color options that you can do. Let's put this on. Keep forgetting you can't see when I'm holding it close to myself. Okay, so first of all, we're making sure this is facing the right way. Then we're gonna line it up at the bottom, all 3 sides, and then we'll stick it on. That should make it about right when they're all equal. If you cut it exactly ½ an inch away. See? There you go. Now, what I did here, because of the holes, I can't put it right on the edges. So how I put it on, right here, in between the holes, there's just those dashes right there, so I put it right in between the lines. I'll do it right here so you can see what I'm talking about. Right here. So I started all the way from the edge, and then right in between them is how I put it on. Show you closer so you can see it. See how I put it in between? This way on this side you don't see the tape. Otherwise you'd see the tape and it'd be sticky in the middle of those holes because they're kind of big. But the dashes don't really, you can't really do anything. You can't really see it. You can probably see it if I put it really, really up close. Maybe. Can't even tell from here, but so you can see it on the other side right there. And that's how I attach this one to the black. And then let's attach this on. You know me, I love to recycle paper. Plus this one is very sturdy black, and it has, these are from my embossing folders. The black is really sturdy and it's shiny is what I really like about it. That's why I reuse them. Plus I don't see a reason why to waste gorgeous paper. One of the things I've done with the black paper though is get a permanent marker and go over the edge. Right here, especially on this one, you can see it's a white one. So let me color it, you'll definitely see the difference. I'll do halfway on this one so you can see it. See the difference? You can even really tell where I stopped. So when you do it, it looks a lot more better when you put it on to the card. The edge looks nice. And another thing, it tends to jump the markers you're drawing, so make sure you have the bad side that you will be hiding and putting tape on towards you. That way, if it comes off accidentally, you don't have to worry about it. Because I've done that many of times when I've been trying to do this, and then when it comes off, I'm like, oh no, that looks awful, I don't like it. Okay, so we got all 4 sides. Okay, so I got the tape on there. Let's get this on here. I don't want these cards falling apart, so I put quite a bit of stickiness on the backs of the papers. That way I don't have to worry that when somebody buys my card it all falls apart. And I use, like I've been saying almost every video, I use 2 different gluing substance. One is a runner and the other one is the actual tape. Okay, so here's how we put this on. Let's get it out of my way. So just make sure you do the same thing. You just line it up. Do it this way. So if you have 3 sides balanced, pretty much you got it straight. Okay, pretty good. I will say so myself. Okay, so that's on there. And then we would just either pop it up or leave it the way it is and put the flower. You can do it this way, you can do it this way, that way. I think I'm going to do it like this with a little bit at the bottom. And then just add any words you want. You can do happy birthday like I have here. This is what I have already cut out, so you'd probably use either purple or black or green or something to match. This is just what I have, so there you go. That would be my card. So the next card that I was going to show you is also the same background, and I die cut it beforehand because there's all these little things to make sure that they're all out of here, to make sure to clean it all out. That's why I did it ahead of time, so I don't have to sit here doing that in front of you. And just a few left in here, just a couple that I found. Okay, so let's fully put the tape on here so you can see what I was talking about. Finish this up. And same thing on the sides. Just make sure you're not over the holes when you stick it on there. Start and then just balance it out so it's in between the holes. Like that. I know it's not all the way to the edge, but that's the best I could figure out of how to put this on without making it look weird. And then make sure you have something in the middle always. With the way it is, I'm not going to use the runner. I'm just going to use this kind of tape on here. Okay. And then I'm going to use this pink one right here. This one is exactly the same size, 4¼ by 5½, because that's what the die size is. So I'm just gonna line it straight up to it. The black note, I made it a bit larger on two sides. This one is gonna be just the same size. Okay. Oh, it is a little bit, I guess, bigger. It's okay, not a big deal. I'll give it a shadow. And then I have this die cut that's been sitting around for a while. And since spring is coming around, I decided to make a flower card with it also, with that on the background, like a branch of flowers. So here are the different options we can do. We can do just black with this right on top like that. We can do this way and add another sheet of paper. It's totally up to what your preferences are. So we can do it that way. We can make it smaller to fit the, so you can see more black. And it's totally up to you. You can do just plain color, just like we did on this card here, with no print. So I think I'm just not going to add another sheet for now on there. Just going to leave it this way. And I wanted to show you how I add flowers. So when I have a lot of leftover pieces of paper, I don't throw them away. I have this little storage here. So what I do, I die cut the bigger pieces for flowers in the size that are bigger, like this, green, red, whatever you want. Like this. So, or I go up to the different size. I have a whole box of different dies for flowers. Punches actually, not dies. Right there. And I just choose one and go from there. These also make great backings of flowers. Little greenery part. So let's try the smaller flowers. And then we'll look at that and see what if I like that or these more. And then there's also the centers. So there's either little flower centers or the sun. Punch also works great for centers. And then I also have one die that makes tiny little flowers that make great centers also. Okay, so let's try this and see what we like best on here. So we'll need a molding mat. You can use your stamping one, or there's one that actually comes with it. With the tools, the Sizzix Susan's Garden, it actually came with the tools, and it's by Ellison, but came with the two different mats. Sorry, my little guy had fun drawing on this one, so I'm put that over so it doesn't distract you. And this is for the leaves. So we're just going to do the flowers, so we don't need this leaf one. Here's how the flowers are being made. So you take a flower. Let's get these little pink ones. And first of all, you put them with the backs up. And then you take the stylus and just press right in the middle of them. Just like that. And you do it to all 5 petals, or however many you have. and I'll do 3 flowers at the same time, so make it faster. Flip it over and then press right in the center, and here's your little flower. Gorgeous, isn't it? Just, you can put it right on top of where you want the flower to be. So these flowers seem to be a bit smaller than what I'd like them to be, because they don't fully cover the backs of these. So let's do a different size of flowers. Let's go back to this thicker one. This one right here. So we're gonna get a bigger stylus for it. And you can either press or you can rub on it. It depends on the look you're going for. You can just make them very, very round or just squished. The process is the same. Just press on the back of the petal, flip it over, and then do the middle. There you go. There's the bigger flower. See? Just the bigger size. And then it would go right on top of that green part right there. Let's do both of them so you can see what they're going to look like. You can die cut them in white and then do a combination of colors. Instead of doing already colored cardstock, you can make your own color of flowers, and you can make them multiple colors to make them more real. Okay, so we'll grab these centers right here. Since the flower is pink, I might do red middles. I think that I might like that. And then get the smaller one for these. These are like tiny daisies. And then this will go right, glued right in the middle. So that would be the flower. Right there. Beautiful, isn't it? And I will put them right on here. Glue them right on there. Let's put the center into this one. You can do the centers in yellow, you can do them in green, you can do whatever you think your flower is supposed to look like. And then just glue them on. You can use hot glue if the flowers are pretty big. If they're little ones, glue holds just fine, or you can do glue dots also. It's up to you, but this is what it would look like. You just have 2. I'd probably add at least 5, because you can put one here, you can put one there, you can do one there. Kind of spread them out, but there you go. And then just add the words to it. Happy birthday, or get well, or whatever you'd like to do. Or do maybe happy and birthday at the bottom like that. That way, if this is the only die you have, it would fit. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you like my videos. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any new ones that come out. And come shop in my shop at lilyofthevel77.etsy.com. I will post a link below to it so you can buy my cards right there online. A lot of these cards from the videos probably are in there. If you have a card that you like for me to make, I can do custom orders. Or if you have a card that you see on a video but it's not in my shop, let me know and I can see if I can make one for you. It might be not exactly the same in case I don't have the exact color of green paper or something like that, so it might be a shade different, but I'll make it as close to it using the same dies as you see right here. Thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoy my videos. Have a great day.